Numbers chapter 9. The Passover was celebrated. The Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year. In the first month of the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Let the people of Israel keep the Passover as at its appointed time, on the 14th day of this month. At twilight they shall keep it as it is appointed time, according to all that is statutes, and all its rules you shall keep it. So Moses told the people of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover in the first month on the 14th day of the month in twilight in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all the Lord commanded Moses. So the people of Israel did. And there were certain men who were unclean through the touching of a dead body, so they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and Aaron on the day. And all the men said to him, We are unclean through touching a dead body. Why are we kept from bringing the Lord's offering at its appointed time among the people of Israel? And Moses said to them, Wait, that I may hear what the Lord will command concerning you. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the people of Israel, saying, If any one of you or your descendants is unclean through touching a dead body, or is on a long journey, he shall keep the Passover to the Lord. In the second month, on the 14th day of twilight, they shall keep it. They shall eat with the unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any of its bones. According to all the statutes of the Passover, they shall keep it. But if anyone who is clean is not on a journey, fails to keep the Passover, the person shall be cut off from his people, because they did not bring the Lord's offering at an appointed time. That men shall bear the sin. If a stranger sojourns among you and would keep the Passover to the Lord, according to the statute of the Passover and according to its rule, so shall he do. You shall have one statute, both for the sojourner and for the native. A cloud covering the tabernacle. On the day that the tabernacle was set up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the tent of testimony, and at evening it was over the tabernacle like an appearance of fire until morning. So it was always. The cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of the fire by night. And whenever the cloud lifted from over the tent, after that the people of Israel set out. And in place where the cloud settled down, the people of Israel camped. At the command of the people of Israel set out, and at the command of the Lord they camped. And as long as the cloud rested over the tabernacle, they remained in camp. Even when the cloud continued over the tabernacle many days, the people of Israel kept the charge of the Lord and did not set out. Sometimes the cloud was a few days over the tabernacle according to the command of the Lord. They remained in camp, when according to the command of the Lord they set out. And sometimes the cloud remained from evening until morning, and when the cloud lifted up in the morning they set out. Or if it continued for a day or a night, when the cloud lifted up they set out. Whatever it was, a day or two, a month, or longer time, but that the cloud continued over the tabernacle abiding there. The people of Israel remained in camp and did not set out, but when it lifted up they set out. At the command of the Lord they camped, and at the command of the Lord they set out. They kept the charge of the Lord at the command of the Lord by Moses. Psalm 45. Your throne, O God, is forever. To the choir master, according to Lilies, a maskell of the sons of Korah, a love song. My heart overflows with a pleasing theme. I address my verses to the King. My tongue is like a pen of steady strife. You are the most handsome of the sons of men. Grace is poured upon your lips. Therefore God has blessed you forever. Gird your sword on your thigh, O mighty one, in your splendor and majesty. In your majesty ride victoriously. For the cause of truth and meekness and righteousness, let your right hand teach you awesome deeds. Your arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies. The people fall under you. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. Your scepter of your kingdom is a scepter of uprightness. You have loved righteousness and hated wickedness. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you with oil of gladness beyond your companions. Your robes are all fragrant with myrrh and aloes and cassia. From Ivory places stringed instruments make you glad. Daughters of kings are among your ladies of honor, that your right hand stands in green, in gold afar. Hear, O daughter, and consider, and incline your ear. Forget your people and your father's house, and the king will desire your beauty. Since he is your Lord, bow to him. The people of Tyre will seek your favor with gifts and the riches of the people. O glorious is the princess in her chamber, with robes interwoven with gold. In many colored robes she is led to the king, with her virgin companions following behind her. With joy and gladness they are led along as they enter the palace of the king. In presence of her fathers shall be her sons. You shall make them princes in all the earth. I will cause her name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore nations will praise you forever and ever. Song of Solomon, chapter 7. How beautiful are your feet in sandals, O noble daughter! Your rounded thighs are like jewels, the work of a master hand. Your navel is a rounded bowl, and your never lacks mixed wine. Your body is a heap of wheat, encircled with lilies. Your two breasts are like fawns, twins of Giselle. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are pools in Heshbon, like the gate of Bathara Rabin. Your nose is like a tower of Lebanon, which looks towards Damascus. Your head crowns like a caramel, and your flowing locks are like purple. A king is held captive in the tresses. How beautiful and pleasant are you, O beloved one, with all your delight. Your stature is like a palm tree, and your breasts are like its clusters. And I say, I will climb to the palm tree and lay hold of its fruit. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of wine, and your scent of your breath like apples, and your mouth like the best wine. It goes down smoothly for your beloved, gliding over the lips and teeth. I am your beloved, and his desire is for me. Come, my beloved, let us go out into the fields and lodge in the villages. Let us go out early to the vineyard and see whether the vines have budded, whether the grape blossoms have opened, and the pomegranates are in bloom, where I will give you my love. The mandrakes give forth a fragrance, and beside our doors are all choice, new as well as old, which I have laid out before you, O my beloved. Hebrews chapter 7. The priestly order of Melchizedek. For Melchizedek, for this Melchizedek, king of Salem, high priest of the Most High God, met Abraham returning from the last slaughter of the kings and blessed him. And to him Abraham appointed a tenth part of everything. He is first by translation of his name, the king of righteousness, and then he is also king of Salem, that is king of peace. He is without father or mother or genealogy, having neither beginning days nor end of life, but resembling the Son of God, he continues to a priest forever. See how great that man was, to whom Abraham the patriarch gave a tenth of his spoils, though and whose descendants of Levi, who received the priestly office, have commanded in the law to take tithes from the people, that is, from their brothers, though these also are descended from Abraham. But this man who does not have his descent from them received tithes from Abraham and blessed them who had the promises. It is beyond dispute that the inferior is blessed by the superior. And in one case, tithes are received by mortal man, but in the other case by one of whom it's testified that he lives. One might even say that the Levite himself, who receives tithes, pays tithes to Abraham, for he was still in the loins of his ancestor when Melchizedek met him. Jesus compared to Melchizedek. Now, if perfection had been attainable through Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received law, that what further need would there have been for another priest to arise after the order of Melchizedek, rather than one named after the order of Aaron? For when there When there is a change in the priesthood, there is necessary change in the law as well. For when one of whom these things are spoken belong to another, from which no one has ever served at the altar. For it is evident that our Lord had descended from Judah, and in connection with the tribe Moses has said nothing about priests. This becomes even more evident that another priest arises in the likeness of Melchizedek, which has become a priest, not on the basis of legal requirement concerning bodily descent, but by the power of indestructible life that is witness of him. He is a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. For on the one hand, a former commandment is set aside because of weaknesses and uselessness, for the law made nothing perfect. But on the other hand, a better hope is introduced, through which we draw near to God. And it was not without an oath. For those who formerly became priests were made such without an oath, but this one was made a priest by oath, by the one who said to him, "The Lord has sworn, and will not change his mind, for you are a priest forever." This makes Jesus the guarantee of a better covenant. The former priests were often in number because were many in number because they were prevented by death from continuing in office, but he holds his priesthood permanently because he continues forever. Consequently, he is able to teach, to save, to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives in most intersections with them. For it was indeed fitting that we might have such a high priest, holy, innocent, honest, unstained, separated from sinners, and exalted above heaven. He has no need, like those high priests, to offer sacrifices daily, first for his own sins and then for those of the people, since he did this once for all when he offered up himself. For the law appoints men in the weakness as high priests, but the word of the oath, which came out later than the law, appointed the Son who has been made a power perfect forever.